Well, good afternoon, Katy. Thank you for taking part in our 6 simple questions. Again, we've done this already, so it'll be nice to watch the two side by side and see how we've changed. So come on, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name's Katy Brannigan, known as the Authentic Katy B, and I got that name not by myself, from a long-standing friend of mine who described me as the most authentic person he'd ever met when he was introducing me to somebody, and I thought, hey, I like that. I'll finish that as my company name. So hence the Authentic Katy B, because with me, what you see is what you get.
Great, thank you. So come on, explain how and what the Authentic Katy B actually does.
I help women be their true selves, and I do that in a number of different ways. I retrained to be a timeline therapist, a neuro-linguistic coach, and a hypnotherapist. So I primarily work with timeline therapy, which is a therapy that was born in the 1980s by a guy called Tad James, and it's a mixture of hypnotherapy and neurolinguistics, and helping people to release any limiting beliefs they've got about themselves, such as I am not worthy, I don't deserve anything, why would anybody even like me, let alone love me, I don't like myself. So getting rid of all those kind of limiting beliefs and decisions which have such a major effect on your life, and also releasing any negative emotions from the very root cause of when that first emotion was felt. It could be before, during, or after your birth. And when I say before birth, a lot of people go, what, before? But it can. And if anybody wants to know more about that, come and have a chat to me in person and we'll discuss that. And I went through the process myself, which has changed me beyond recognition. Actually, no, that's not strictly true. It has brought me back to who I was in my teens before I started living behind the mask. And now I no longer live behind a mask, and I'm a happier person because of it.
Yeah. Well, I can see that. You know, we all carry a lot of baggage, don't we? Along with we don't realise we're storing up, do we?
No, we don't.
You know, when you look back to those days when you were young, free and single and carefree and everything, it's nice to be back to those days. That's great. You know, and I know what you said at our pre-lunch seminar resonated with a lot of people as well. So
yes, thoroughly enjoyed doing that seminar. It was I was amazed at how well received it was and how many people were there.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't really be amazed because I know I'm good at what I do.
Well, but you're right. I mean, it is that thing, because I do a bit of talking, and you keep thinking, am I good enough to say these things, and things. And then you look back at what you've done and what your experiences and all that side. It is having confidence, isn't it, in what you say?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I used to come across as very confident, but I wasn't at all. I was the most unconfident person you could meet. And I remember talking to a networking colleague, and I said that to him, and he went, but you're really confident. I went, no, I'm not. I said, anybody can put an act on and act really confident, but now I am confident.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is because, well, all of it is because of the therapy and the NLP coaching that I've had over the last couple of years.
Yeah. And have you watched the Paddy McGuinness documentary on autism? It's fascinating.
No, I haven't.
No, so we digressed here.
No surprise there then, Simon.
But it's fascinating that it turns out that his wife is on the spectrum and never realised, but apparently girls can mask it very, very well, where boys can't.
Yes.
You know, and it's like what you're saying is, you give this persona that you are very confident and everything, but underneath, things are going on underneath, and this is what came out of that documentary. Fascinating. It's be on the iPlayer. It's and he might, I don't know whether you like Paddy McGuinness. I've always liked him,
actually.
But people have said, oh, I'm not sure. I said, watch it because it will change your opinion of him. So no, I've always liked him. And watch Question of Sport every week and everything. So yeah, but no, that's one thing. Anyway, outside that, what do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I tend to actually work quite a lot because I actually don't feel like it's work, because I enjoy what I do. And at the seminar, I sent photographs that Martin took of me to some people. And the responses I got was, you're working, why are you smiling? And I went, if you don't enjoy your job, change your job.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I love what I'm doing.
You know, when I walked into the room and you were leant there against the cupboard or whatever it was behind you, I thought you look so relaxed and at ease with everybody. And there was about 30 faces staring back at you. So no, you looked as if you were enjoying every moment. And of course I've seen the photographs, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But apart from that, sadly I've only got one dog now. Because I lost one of them.
Yeah.
That sounds careless. He died about a month ago. But I enjoy walking Luna. And this weekend, because the weather's been beautiful, lovely long walks with her through the woods. And so I love doing that. And I like cooking. Who knew that I like cooking? But I do like cooking now. Who knew?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. So do a bit myself occasionally. Right. The questions that we're not so sure about, because we haven't rehearsed these or anything. Podcast. Have you got one that you enjoy?
Yes, I've got. I can't think what it's called. There's one called Go Beyond Extra, which is by Sean Hill and David Moss, who are my NLP trainers. And so there's lots of hints and tips on mindset and stuff like that. So they release a new one every Monday. I think they've been going for, I think it's 40 odd weeks now, but they do one every Monday. So Monday morning, my first thing is to listen to the Go Beyond Extra podcast every week without fail. And to me, it's a great start to the week. It just sets you up for the week. And I'm also going to cheat and look on my phone because I can't remember what the other one is called. But it is called, she says, looking for it frantically. It's something Vibe and Tribe or.
Oh, right.
Oh, there we go. It's called the Tribe Raising. Yeah, Tribe Raising Vibe. And that's by a lady called Tia Harris.
Right.
But I've just started listening to The Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett.
Oh, right. Yes.
And for such a young man, he's so wise. And that's a really good one to start listening to.
I know Stephen Allen is listening to him as well at the moment, so he mentioned it to me. So
and another one that I really love is Dr. Rangan Chatterjee.
Right. Yeah.
His is called Feel Better, Live More.
Yeah.
And again, so much sort of health stuff that comes from him, which is really good.
Yeah.
And who knew he lives near me?
Right. Oh, I didn't know that. Right. Yeah. I know the name, but I didn't realise that.
Yeah,
and what about a book? Do you have any time for books?
Well, I tend not to read anymore. It's very sad. I tend to listen to them on Audible because I can do that while I'm walking Luna.
Well, we count them in as well. So
okay.
Yeah.
So the one that I've nearly finished at the moment is called Get Rich, Lucky Bitch.
Right. Okay.
It's about manifestation, and it sounds a bit. It's probably a little bit woo-woo for a lot of people, but I'm a great believer that if you put stuff out there, stuff will happen. So that's by a lady called Denise. I can't remember her surname. Again, checking on my phone. Very sorry, Denise Duffield Thomas.
Right. I was going to say I think that might be quite easy to find. So
yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah, I do a combination now. I've got a book on my desk now, but when I get in the car, I'll be listening to the end of Billy Connolly's book. So I've nearly got to the end of that. So yeah, I do a combination of audio books and actual physical books. So yeah. Now the end question, which you were said, oh, I haven't got any words of wisdom, but you did say something at the end of the seminar which got me. So which was, you were asked, do you have a coach? And you said yes.
Oh yeah. Yes,
you know, so which I thought was quite wise words, that we all need some kind of mentor or somebody to reflect back on. But did you have some words of wisdom? So
well, yeah, one thing is have a coach.
Yeah.
Even if you're a coach, have a coach, because my coach has a coach. Well, my coach is married to a coach, so they coach each other. But another word of wisdom I've got, really, it's about connecting with people. Once you Once you know somebody really well, you know everything about them, it's all in your head. But until you know that, when I save somebody's name in my phone, I don't just have their name and the phone number. I have what the partner's called, the kids are called, the dogs are called, where they live, whether they like gin or whiskey, when the birthday is, all kinds of information about them that helps me get to know that person better.
Yeah.
And it's proved invaluable over the years when you're networking, because you know, I could come with Simon. God, what's Simon's wife called? I can't remember. But if you can sneakily look at your phone before you come up to somebody and go, "Hi Simon, how are you? How's Win?"
I was going to say, if she's watching this back, she'll go, "What do you mean? How's Simon's wife?" Can't forget her. So
learn everything you can about somebody when you're networking.
Well, as soon as you enter into something like that, you know, or the last time we were speaking, you mentioned that they open up so quicker, don't they? You know, so it's great. So you can get that conversation rather than, did you say that or whatever? But no, it's
because people think, oh, they do remember me. They obviously paid attention to what I was saying, so they're interested in me, and people love it when other people are interested in them.
Yeah, they do. And you know, your phone now, you have notes on your phone, you know, attached to contacts and stuff like that. So
there's no excuse not to know everything there is to know about somebody.
Quite right. Yeah. Anyway, look, Katy, it's been brilliant. Thank you for taking part again. So
You're very welcome.
it's been super. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.